So now I'm checking fast Ethernet 01 port is connected for the laptop and 08 port connected for the PC. Okay. From the switch, you can see these labels. Okay. So click on the laptop, go to IP configuration, assign VLAN 10. So 192.168.10 dot. And you remember I mentioned default gateway as 10.1. So for that, you can't use 10.1 here. Okay. So let's say generally I can assign even 10.2 for easy understanding. I'm assigning 10.100. Okay. So when I click on the next row, it's like automatically it's filling the subnet 255.255.255.0. Okay. Since the 192.168 range already goes into this class C, so it automatically detected it. Now just don't confuse yourself with how it detected or what is that class C or class B or class A categories. Everything we will be explaining later. Okay. So for the default gateway, I'll assign 192.168.10.1. And one more hint, for this level, like for now, we don't have any routers connected in this lab. Okay. We just connected two switches and communication in between switches. We just have a look how it's happening through the VLAN setup. Okay. And without a router, this default gateway is useless. And from one VLAN to another VLAN, if you need to communicate, you need a router and a default gateway attached. Then only the device will communicate through a router and VLAN to VLAN. Okay. So when you close it and if you go again, it will be saved. Okay. The IP is static, it's clicked here. Okay. If you click DHCP later when you connect a DHCP server or something, and you can configure the IP is getting assigned automatically through a DHCP server. Okay. And here you can see a server attached. This server also we can configure as a DHCP one. All those will be coming up on upcoming videos. Click on the PC, assign IP. This time 192.168.20.100. Let me assign. Okay. Like this. And then default gateway 20.1. Okay. Proceed. And same thing here for the desktop. 192.168. 10.200. .1 default gateway. And for the laptop, assign 192.168. 20.200 and subnet and 20.1 as gateway. Okay, for the server as well, you can assign the same thing. 20 dot, let's say 250. .1 as gateway. So for ease of understanding, I'm just writing that thing here as well. So it's like 10.100/24, and here 192.168 20.100/24. Yeah, 192.168 10.200/24. And this one 192.168 20.200/24. and 192.168.20.250/20. Okay. 20.200. Okay. So we can verify these things now. So now that our end devices are IP assigned. Okay. So next step, just click on the switch. So in the CLI, if you click here, you can note down. In my previous video, I have already explained. If this is the switch name, and there is only one arrow pointing, which means we are in enable mode now. Okay. So what we need to do in order to get into the privilege, en enter, or en and tab, or type enable and enter. So now you can see you are in privilege mode. In privilege mode, you can check show VLAN brief. Okay. So here in show VLAN brief, VLAN 1 to 1005 are there, and 1002 to 1005 you can't assign any VLANs because it's default. Okay. So you can configure VLANs from VLAN 1 to 1001. Okay. So until unless your company has that much of departments or subnets you need, you can use it. Okay. So in this switch, all the ports are shown here. Okay. Let me show you. So you can see this is show VLAN brief output, and now VLAN 1 is the default one is mentioned here. Okay. So in this default VLAN, all the switch ports are mentioned, included. Okay. Since you didn't edit any VLANs, this is the state. Okay. So now we can separate like port 1 to 8, we are assigning for one particular VLAN. Port 9 to 16, we are assigning for another one. So likewise, there it doesn't have to be the continuous range or anything, no any rules. Okay. You can simply assign whichever the port you need in whichever the VLAN you want. Okay. The main point is VLAN should be configured on the switch, which means VLAN should be created. You can see now there is no VLAN 10 or 20 here, right? So by default in the switch, there won't be any VLANs already configured. You need to create the VLAN, and you need to tell the name for that VLAN, and then you can assign the VLAN, which means you can assign the ports for the particular VLANs which you created. Okay. I believe it's clear now.